Yesterday's video is kind of confusing on how to do the technique I'm talking about. Infinitely b-hopping isn't something you can really learn just by listening to someone. And right here you can see me doing it quite easily. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, basically you want to go to your settings, change your button layout to Ninja. Ninja is going to allow you to use jump and crouch on left bumper and right bumper. You're going to want that because then it's easier to use them both at the same time instead of A and B, which is really hard to do both at the same time. And you're also going to want to turn your crouch button to hold. That way you can hold down the crouch button instead of just tapping it once, and you can't really do anything with that. And see right here, if you click the right bumper rapidly, you can crouch really, really fast. And that's what you're going to want for this other technique that I'm going to teach you. Okay, so to do this, you're going to want to jump and slide. Just to start this out. So jump, slide, and hold down the crouch button and hit the jump, and just keep rapidly pressing the jump button. That is how you basically do the movement. By holding down the crouch button and pressing A rapidly. That's how you're going to be able to b-hop. After that, you're going to learn how to strafe. Now, I know a couple speedrunners may watch my channel, so you already know how to strafe. To strafe, you're going to want to use, you're going to want to use your sprint and your melee. You're going to want to move these to the left to try and do a left strafe, and you're going to want to move them both to the right if you need to strafe right. So to do this successfully and an infinite b-hop, you jump, slide, and just hold down your crouch button, keep jumping, and whenever you need to move to the side to get momentum, move your right stick and your left stick to whichever side you need to strafe to. So to do this successfully, you need to combine all these to be able to infinitely b-hop. So this is how a normal run would look if you're just trying to go somewhere or keep low to the ground because you don't want to get shot or seen. So you just want to slide, jump, keep jumping, and that will get you a short little run. But to get pretty far without having to use momentum, you want to run, jump, and just keep tapping your bumper, your right bumper or left bumper. So slide, jump, and keep jumping while strafing. Now you might have to try and work on strafing a little bit because it is kind of hard to get down the first time. See what I'm doing right here? Once you can do this, just standing still, that is moving your right look stick and your left movement stick very slowly to the, like a very small distance to the left or the right. This is going to the left and this is going to the right. And that's how you strafe. If you push it all the way to the left and the right, you notice you turn. And that's what the look stick is for. But to slide successfully using this, you're going to want to move it just a little bit while you're doing a run. That way you can infinitely b-hop decently fast without losing your control. And you want to move that one just a little bit to the right or the left, depending on which strafing movement you're going for. Now, if you do that, put those all together, you should be able to b-hop quite successfully. Now, in a video I'm going to release quite soon, I'll be using this probably quite a lot to get places faster than either my teammates or enemies, like supply drops and guns like that on the first drop. You can also use this to heal, so it might take a little bit of getting used to start healing and stuff, but you just gotta jump, do this, and then after a moment, get your heals out. I'm going to use grenades in this example. Since they don't go away as soon as you start running, you can just throw these. Now notice it stops you when you're b-hopping and throwing grenades. This is something that's very bad when you're B-hopping because you don't want to really do that. You can keep your momentum, but you eventually stop. You can B-hop quite far, like you can B-hop across this whole entire thing if you really wanted to. But for the sake of practice, it's a lot easier to do in training to first understand how you're trying to do this. When you take this into a real match, it's a lot harder because the latency in the training server is a lot more controlled due to the fact that it's just on your server wherever you are. It's not on focus. The server's not focused on putting your server on like your teammates and other enemies in the map. Everything in here is as smooth as it's gonna get in the game. Everything. So this is where you're gonna be able to do it the best. So you're just gonna have to keep practicing this. And you'll eventually get it. But yeah, try not to make too quick turns on this because it will slow you down a lot and it might even stop your B-hopping. And that can be very badly if you're in a tight gun, or if you're in a gunfight where the enemies are rushing and you need to get away while also healing. That's kind of where this comes into play. Like if enemies are on you, your team is fine, but you're not, you can just get away while healing and you'll be completely fine. You shouldn't really need to go that far, so you don't have to learn how to strafe for far distances or B-hop for far distances, but at least try to do that if you can. Okay, for my second technique I'm going to teach you is crouch spamming. Yeah, I don't know how useful it's going to be in combat, but I discovered it while messing around with my friends. With this new setting turned on Ninja, you're going to learn to use your movement stick a lot more than you really should. Now this can also help you with strafing, I suppose, but I don't know how well. Okay, so run and just spam crouch and look to the side. And you can go places, as you can hear in the audio log. But if you look on the screen, you're kind of going somewhere. I don't know how useful this would be. I don't even know if you can strafe on this, but no, you cannot. You can go in one single direction quite fast while crouch spamming because you have to look side to side while doing this, I believe. You can't just crouch. Oh, wait, you can. No, you can just crouch. Just rapidly spam crouch, I guess. And that's another technique you can do. I don't know how this is going to help you at all. And you're probably like, oh, that's a lot easier than B-hopping. Well, if you listen on B-hopping, it's a lot quieter than this crouch spamming technique. All you hear is this little sound of your leg hitting the floor while you're hopping. Now, in crouch spamming, listen to what you hear now. You hear that a lot more than you really should be. And it could get kind of annoying, and it might also enable it to where your enemies can hear you, but you can't hear them, because this might like overwhelm all the other sounds, except like gunshots, obviously. But footsteps will probably be overwhelmed by this, and that it could prove very badly for you. See. B-hopping is a lot more effective in my eyes because you can travel faster and also you're moving a lot more than this crouching spam that I kind of found out on accident. You're moving, you're healing, you're doing whatever you necessarily need to. And also on console, you really are confusing your enemies. Except when using shotguns, this is probably like the best thing you want to use. Here, let me see. There we go. Let's grab an R99 versus a Mastiff. Now, this Mastiff might give a kick versus this R99, which might not. So you slide. You can use R99 while sliding, with visibly no drawback, except you're going to have to really multitask. Versus the Mastiff. Oh, never mind. Okay. Just completely ignore that. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope this is a lot more clear than the other one I posted yesterday, which I know wasn't very good. I'll probably get you guys out another video either today or tomorrow to recover the loss of a day. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good one.